So, on October of 1986, there was a story in the news here in Monterrey that a family that lived here in country, really near, that it was a family of a doctor and his wife and a little kid called Hernan. I don't know if you know of the story. Hernan Villarreal. And he was a 9-year-old kid. So one day, the family, as usual, was waiting for the chauffeur to go for the kid. The chauffeur was waiting for the kid that was in Contra La Silla in the school. And he was waiting for him so that when he left school, he picked him up and he was going to take him home so that he could eat with his family. So the family was waiting for the kid to arrive, and it was like minutes and minutes passed, and they were okay, like he will arrive, maybe he kept studying or he's with the teacher or something. But then after several hours passed, the parents got worried because he's like a 9-year-old kid, he's not gonna be doing like with his friends or something, so he should be there by the time. So they called the chauffeur, and he didn't answer the calls, and they didn't know where the kid was, and it was like they were really worried because it was his only son and 9 years old and everything. So then they found out that the chauffeur had allied with some kidnapper and that they had taken the little kid from school, and then they ordered, one of the other guys ordered like to kill the little boy, and they killed the boy, and even though he was dead, like they were asking for money for the little kid, and the parents like but give me proof that the kid is alive. So it was like weeks where they didn't have their kid, and the family didn't know like if the kid was alive or if it wasn't, and it was until 3 weeks later when because it's a name in Spanish, the Secretaría de Recursos Hidráulicos here of the government, they were investigating some things of the water, and they found in the Carretera Nacional on a water wheel the body of the little kid. So years later, like 4 years later, they made like many houses on that, like the water wheel was not in use anymore, and they make many houses and parks and everything. And one of my best friend's mom goes to that place and buys a house and everything. Like, she didn't know how this story was on 86, and this was like 4 years ago. She buys that house because she got divorced from her husband, and she and her daughter like went and bought that house, and she liked it a lot and everything. But since she got to that house, she felt something like special from that house, but she was like, I don't know, nothing important. So the first week there, she was living there with my best friend's mom and her daughter. And they were living there and everything normal. But then after 2 weeks that she was living there, like strange things started to happen. And she said like the first thing was the car keys. She left every time. They have the hanger of car keys right like when you open the door, and she said like she always leaves the car keys there, and every time, not once, but like 3 times a week, she couldn't find the car keys. Like someone hid them, and she always found them like in another place. And she asked like her daughter, like, please, stop, like don't take the car keys, don't mess with me, don't ever like. And she was like, Mom, I promise I don't take the car keys. Why would I take them and put them anywhere? Like, it's not like I don't want you to leave the house and that. And she also said that then next week my best friend mom was telling us this at my house in a dinner. She was like telling the story, and she said also that she wakes up, like when she wakes up and it's going to make the bed, she finds like she only sleeps like on a side of the bed, and the other part she leaves it like untouched. Yes, and when she wakes up, she looks like the pillow has like a head, like that, like it's so messy. When she was telling me this, I was like, it's not true, I don't believe in that, like it's and on the 3rd week or another week, she always said that she made a table for her and her daughter, and it's a table of 4 chairs, and the chairs are like always like tucked in